as you can see here, this is the front subframe bolt. This is original as is, but you have to remove the rear bolts because they are too close together in comparison to the FC suspension. As you can see, there's the other original one. Because what you're going to do is chisel those out, and you're going to save them. So just grind the welds off, and they'll come right out. The next step you're going to do is actually mount the subframe to the car using those two bolts. Use a jack, whatever you've got, it's a little off balanced. And then once that is mounted up, tighten her up, and push it up, and see where you're going to mark and drill the frame for your rear subframe mounting points. Once you do that, you can drill the top. I actually drilled from the bottom first, I measured and I duplicated. Then you're going to buy yourself a bolt that'll fit down through and give you enough thread sticking out to mount the rear of the subframe upwards. Once it's all good, I mounted mine with a washer. So what I did was I welded the washer, I welded the nut to the washer, and that helps distribute the load into here. And then that isn't going to churn ever again. Weld still needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Apologize for that. Okay, so after you get your actual subframe mounting bolts in, which really is just welding and some drilling, what you want to do now is get your front sway bar mounted. To do that, you want to mount the sway bar to the sway bar links on both sides, like so. Try to get it centered as you can, and then mount the actual FC sway bar rubber bushing and bracket onto there. And you're going to hold the sway bar up. Just hold it with your hand, knee, whatever, have someone else help you. And you can see where the bracket's going to be actually sitting against the frame. So you can mount two holes and drill right through. And if you drill the holes, you'll see right there how I got it situated to get about centered, so helps distribute the weight. And you're going to do almost the exact same thing you did with the subframe. And you're going to put another two bolts straight through. And you can see here, this is the rear subframe stud that I pulled off, and I just reused it for convenience sake. And then there's a bolt I bought. And once you get these two bolts in, tighten it all up. Both sides is the same exact thing. Make sure your sway bar is center. That's probably the hardest part, making sure that it's not pulling one way or the other. And then once everything's good, weld the bolts in. Again, when you're welding all of these, make sure that everything is tightened up and fits well, and then weld all this stuff together. You don't want to make a mistake and have to undo it. It's a hassle. And then it'll give you the FC subframe and sway bar. And then the next problem, which I'm actually doing it the easy way because this is the rally car, this is the attachment point for the FC steering column. And I'm actually just going to use the FC steering column because, again, this is my rally car. For those of you who want your FB to look moderately original, you can see that's the FB steering column, and you're actually going to have to cut and weld a piece of metal to lengthen that, otherwise you're going to have some problems. So what you can do is take the part from the FC that threads onto here, and then, as per a friend of mine named Pete, he found out that one of the rear links, the metal is the right diameter to fit over the sleeve, so you're going to have to cobble something together if you want that. Or you can just be like me, not care, and use the FC column and have an aluminum dash. But it's all a matter of preference what you want to do. Hopefully that helps. If any of you have any more questions, feel free to post below or ask me, and we'll go from there. Once you get the steering column in, it'll be in an update video eventually.